Wow, this is like working the damn Calcutta room. T-Bone's gonna be a pro before we get done with him, so give you a signal.
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're rolling. Boys in the Sip are back. We back, and first of all, I'm gonna say it every time when we start. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boys in the Sip. We need those subscribers. Look, it doesn't mean you got to pay for it or anything like that. When you're watching us, there's a little like button. You press it, and a subscribe button. Sometimes it takes you, like, you got to sign in. All it is asking for your email. That's it. You know, so do that for us, and we'll appreciate it. And so, but this episode is brought to you by Belt Ford and Oxford Toyota in Oxford, Mississippi, and
we'll be there this weekend.
We're gonna be there this weekend. We're so glad to be a part of what they have. They have one of the best dealerships there is in Oxford, Mississippi, and Steve Wigley. When y'all go there, if you're going, come to see us, or you're going to buy, a Ford or a Toyota, you make sure you see Steve Wigley. He's one of the best, man. He's a
thank you, Stevie.
Thank you, Steve. He's a good friend of mine. He loves to cook. He's just a good old boy, man. He's fun, and he'll work with you. He'll get whatever you need or whatever you want. I promise you that guy will work as hard as he can to get you what you want, or work with you on making the best deal. They got a great place up there, and the salesmen are all just, they're nice, they're good people, and so y'all make sure to go see, go buy Belt Ford and Oxford Toyota for anything, if you're wanting a new vehicle or just, anything, y'all go by there. And that's where we're gonna do our pop-up tent sale Friday. We're gonna try to do it. We might do it Saturday somewhere. We don't know yet. We're going to do it all day Friday. We're going to try to set up around 9 and go until we can't go anymore.
Are we bringing out the surprise? Are we bringing out the new shit?
We got
Is it
this
Red Week?
It's Red Week.
Ooh.
And you see we wearing it, and we only got so many. It's a little limited edition.
Stars and
with
stripes,
the little stars on it. Looks so good. And it looks so good. Yeah, if you see anybody else that starts trying to make this, you tell them. They might not want to do it because it's getting trademarked. So
pay attention to the I. It's the state of Mississippi.
State of
Mississippi. I. They done use the wrong logo. Basketball team had it right a few years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but
they stole it from the get-go. People doing it, that's fine. Well, I got a little story, and we're gonna get in. We're going to get into how all this came about. I got a good story, and
oh, Father,
yeah, and I'm going all out. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to tell you everything, and something means a lot to me, and so we're going to get. That's going to be a lot about the middle part of the show, and first we're going to talk some college football and Ole Miss. We got two golf gambling stories. We've been hearing a lot from people. Please give us some more golf gambling stories. So, hey, we're gonna give the people what they want.
Our viewers are getting what they want today.
What they want, and these two stories are from when we were about 19 or 20. When if you watched episode 2, getting to know the Sip Boys, you heard one story. So it's kind of like it's along those lines. Back when we were kind of doing that.
Half our life ago.
Yep, half our life ago.
You're 40. Hey, happy birthday, Bozzy.
Oh, yeah.
You had your birthday since the last episode.
40. I feel good, man.
We celebrated a couple weeks ago at the
I got to get some pounds off of me. I'm trying to get Brandon Walker to box me, so get me motivated to lose some weight. And hey, y'all, look, everybody start tagging him, like I said in my...
Aren't they going to be in Oxford?
They're going to be there. No, he's not coming. Next year, if we sell 50 brick watches, they're going to bring the show to Oxford. And I'm just trying to say, hey, there's some good content. He's big.
You'll go
I
to him.
started kind of looking after
Yeah,
I called
was
him
a big
out.
old boy. I was
Big
like,
old boy.
What the hell are you doing? What you got yourself into here?
Hey, look, I'm from the Delta, man. I've been thrown around plenty of times, so it won't bother me. It's just
like
good.
my granddad said, you got to be able to take one to give one.
Yeah. One good. I always had when stuff like that happened around the Delta, I always made sure that I had Big Frank, Pork Chop, and Little Stump. And people know who I'm talking about. They were always there, and I wouldn't start nothing unless they were there. Because if they were there, you didn't have to worry about nothing.
You've never lacked sense, Bozzy.
Yeah, didn't have to worry about nothing. But yeah, I had a birthday this weekend. Had a good time. It's been Halloween. We went with the kids. We had a little party Friday night, and then I went out to Funky's, my favorite place, my buddy Lee's place. And
I can't wait to see you this weekend, Lee. I'm coming, baby. And we're gonna have us a time.
Oh, we coming. And went over and hung out with Lee and Coach Beard and man, again, like I said, that guy, y'all, we got to support him, man. He is such a good guy, and he wants us to get this basketball going. It's coming, and it's going to kind of get washed right now because of football. But I mean, we got a unbelievable coach in basketball.
Dude, he's a winner.
Yeah.
All he cares about is winning.
That's right.
He's made it very clear.
Yeah.
He's not about the BS.
No, not at all.
It's a win or go home with him.
That's right.
That's what we need.
Yep.
We got to get somebody in there. I mean, the basketball's got to pick back up.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
He's
going to
gonna get
Tad Pad back in the day, man. It was fun.
Yeah. He's going to get it. I promise
Keith
you.
Carter, baby, with those
Y'all
high
be
socks.
patient with him. He's going to get it. So, anyway, that's what I did this weekend. I got me some new kicks. I love my kicks. I went and got my hair cut. A little fade by Lee the Barber. I'm going to tell y'all, Lee the Barber in Oxford, Mississippi, he cuts all the players' hair. And, I mean, if you like a fade, he's the best there is. We called some of the players, and they were telling me, you got the man. And so y'all go see Lee the Barber if you like a good haircut and good fade. Go see him. He's pretty good. You kind of you had Rose was on a bachelorette trip,
Colorado,
trip
got snowed in. So, God bless her soul. I'm sure she was real upset about that.
She was repping some SIP gear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So sent me a picture.
It was her and her three best friends from Ole Miss.
I know they had a good time, and I got a funny story. I called Wee Wee, and he's got 4 kids, and I think did you have the little one? She was
the baby was with his grandmother.
With grandmother
in Florida.
So he's got 3.
Thank God.
I call him, we're going to talk about something. We're always talking, what we should do, and I hear him. He starts, getting on JoJo and John. They're outside, and JoJo, he is in his underwear outside.
Oh yeah.
And Will goes, JoJo, I told you not to go outside and play in just your underwear. And I'm starting to laugh. He goes, if you go back out there in just your underwear, you're going out there naked, and I'm shutting the door, and you're not coming back in. I'm starting to laugh.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse. I'm like, God, I need some boys. I got 2 girls, and I love them to death, but you can't do that kind of stuff with
Be
girls.
careful what you wish for, bro. I'm telling you, those boys are a different animal.
Yeah.
My daughter's a freaking angel.
Oh, man. Well, that's kind of what we did this weekend. So, but we got a big week.
I'm nervous, man.
It's
a good nerve. I'm ready. Like me and Zeb talked about last night. I am ready to grind.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to war this week. Just get us through this game. Get me to Athens with 1 loss, please. I beg you, football gods.
I haven't
give
been
us a chance
this year until I watched Kiffin's press conference last night. He made me so nervous. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's is this tactic or what, but it's just like he's setting up. He was setting it up to like, hey y'all, they're so good. They got so much talent.
Lead the nation in total sacks.
All this stuff. Like, I don't want to hear that, coach. I want to hear why you're gonna go out there and beat their ass on Saturday.
Top 5 talented team.
Yeah. I mean,
it was nerve-wracking to hear. It may be a ploy. He's freaking smart,
He
man.
plays chess.
Correct.
Others play checkers.
Jimbo's in there. Made it 33 seconds, man. I can't listen to him.
Can't listen to Jimbo?
Dumber. Listen to him. I tried. Like, I wanted to get ready for the show. I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Yeah.
I can't listen to some for 30 seconds. He's just rambling about dumb shit. He was talking about how they got ready for fake punts. That's all they practiced for South Carolina. I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I mean, Jesus Christ.
How he gets paid that much money, I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad that's who we're playing against. I mean, I looked, A&M, all of their losses this year is equal talented teams, clearly outcoached. So the number scares me.
Better at home.
Yeah, the number scares me this week, but it's like, okay, we're obviously equal at talent. Numbers 3, Vegas thinks we're equal. Pick them in a neutral site, right?
Yep.
3 points to the home favorite. We know
it opened at 4.5.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So they're basically like, we're equal. Just like 2 years ago, we were catching 1.5.
Yeah.
Corral year against A&M. They were in the same spot. They couldn't really win the West, but we were still kind of in it. We clipped them at home 29-19, ugly game, but we outcoached them. Like, it was the worst game plan I've ever seen. All they did was throw 5-yard outs. They never threw a ball over 10 yards the whole game. I was keeping up with it. I was on the second row. I was like, holy shit, this guy's not going to throw the ball 4 and 5 yards the whole damn game. This is awesome. We don't have to worry about them scoring. This is unbelievable.
Well,
But he does got new coordinators now.
Yeah.
That scares me.
They just got this year, Petrino?
Petrino,
offensive coordinator.
Which Kiffin coached with him at the Jaguars. Back Petrino was calling plays for the Jags, and Kiffin was like, when he was like QC. Yeah. I just heard that, and I'm like, Jesus, dude, how many places this guy been? All I heard was, holy shit, Kiffin was at the Jags?
Yeah. I didn't know
under
that.
Petrino. So he knows he has a ton of respect for him. You heard it in his press conference.
He did say that.
And I mean, who doesn't have respect for the guy football wise? Because he's scary. I mean, that guy, all he did was win everywhere he went.
He was at Arkansas?
Dropped tons of points. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was with the young girl and on the motorcycle and shit.
Stupid
whatever.
Decision to let another coach go for something just.
Yeah. Probably should have. They should have kept him.
Yeah.
Even though they got a great coach now, Arkansas does. They just can't get players. I don't know why.
Yeah. They fired the offense coordinator. I don't know if the Arkansas guy's a great coach or not. I really don't. But we'll see. We'll see. But, Vanderbilt, just like we said last episode, before, we didn't talk about it too much. We weren't too worried. Kiffin went out there with a game plan and executed it perfect. It wasn't over flashy. He just did what he had to do. I saw somebody post on Rebel Nation like Kiffin sucks. He's done run off all the recruit quarterback because the plays he's calling. And I just wanted to be like, I mean, this guy's an idiot. Like, man, just like, why would you say something like that? The guy went out there, won the football game. We rush the ball. We rush it well. Like,
all he does is win.
Yeah, win. That's it. All you want to do is win.
Like, we've lost to Vandy a lot in the last 10 years, dude. They beat us one stretch, like 3 out of 4? That wasn't even a guaranteed win before he came.
Yeah. But it was easy. I quick called the crowd. I text you and I text on social media.
Yeah,
I was
you probably owing them a little
apology. Oh, y'all, apology, Sip Nation. I do.
But it shows how passionate you are about it.
The Grove, I was there, and I take, had both little girls there, and I always run with Addison. She's my 5-year-old, and she's autistic, and I mean, she loves the Grove so much. Like, I mean, the crowd, the noise, like, some autistic kids, they don't like all that. She loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it and just runs. So I see every inch of the Grove. Every inch.
Yeah.
And she does the same kind of routine. I hit the same spots, talk to the kind of the same people,
Yeah.
and move around the Grove, so I get to see the whole Grove. And I was like, man, there's not many people.
You weren't feeling the buzz.
Yeah,
especially for a night game.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
Because in the Grove you get that juju that you feel it.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like an internal. You're like, oh my God, you start feeling it.
Yep.
So I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, man, I can see the crowd's going to be weak and something's going to happen. I start kind of freaking out. And, I was like, text. I was like, come on, crowd. I was like, we can't have this. And, started thinking about it. I mean, you don't see any Vanderbilt people. Yeah. They don't bring anybody. So that's one thing. And I get to the game and I was like, okay, the students are showing up.
Yeah.
And I posted a little video. I was like, crowd's here.
Yeah.
Crowd's here. And of course they kind of left, but I mean,
we took care of business.
We took care of business.
Yeah. Everybody was tired.
Yeah. We're getting ready for this week.
Tired. I mean, it's a big, it's a big stretch.
And fans look ahead too. And that's kind of,
yeah.
But
there's nothing wrong with looking ahead, which we'll talk about that on, when we get into the playoffs and stuff like that. Because I posted my rankings and I got us down at like I think 8 or 9 now, but I have us making it.
Yeah.
Because we have a clear path.
Yeah.
And we can get more into it. We can fade off and come back.
Yeah, we're
gonna talk about the playoffs.
We're gonna talk about the rankings.
But we're gonna talk about the Rebels' path because I know our fans want to hear about it and I want to talk about it because this ain't something that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
no doubt.
Holy shit, we went out. We can legit go to the playoff before the expansion. And we're going to be, you can already see, we're top 10. We're right 10, 15, Kiffin. We're going, in that expansion.
He's got us there.
We're getting there every damn, you can count on us, man. We're going to be right in the thick of it every year. But if we could pull it off before it got there without winning the West. Because it's going, I mean, it's lined up. LSU wins this weekend. SEC championship game's insignificant if we win the Georgia game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Travis, we good? We good? I think I saw you working. I'll make sure we all good.
T-Bone.
We're good. We just had to make a little.
He was repping the SIP gear on Halloween last night. I saw him on the strip in Reunion. I could see him from a mile away. He's just 6'6".
Dude,
he was
everybody's asking where I got
it.
Dude,
it was everywhere. I was like, "Where's the costume?"
Yeah, hey,
it's the SIP, baby.
I wore the SIP by Dam last night to my kids' little Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an old school one, and I'm bringing it back because people were wanting it. And,
we got to.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of on Vanderbilt, and getting into Texas A&M. We talked about Kiffin's press conference and him seeming a little scared. I'm a little scared. The line's Ole Miss -3. It's 11 o'clock game.
It jumped to 3.5 last night.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Kiffin, and then all these all the pros just hammered A&M at +3.5.
Yeah, no, the pros was hammering.
Dude, it was retarded.
Yeah.
I was checking the numbers all night. It jumped hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm scared to death. But Kiffin's, they were asking about 11 o'clock game. And before I even go there, I wish I knew how they determine the time of these games. I mean, why is this 11 o'clock game?
It's TV.
I mean, it should have been 11 last week, but TV, why would you want to put one of the best games of the week at 11 o'clock?
I have no idea.
They got Kentucky and Mississippi State.
I mean, they need to end it. The SEC needs to get off.
Who makes those decisions?
It's awful.
They're idiots.
It's terrible.
We should be playing at 6:30. It should be crazy, but hey, that's all right. We're not. We're playing at 11. Kiffin made a good point. Kiffin practices in the morning.
Yes.
He's different than all the coaches, and he practices in the morning. He said these players are ready to get up. That's what they do every day, so that's nothing for them. The crowd, we got to get there early, and I think we will. We got to be loud. Look, get to the Grove early, get your swing oil in you, and get loud when you get there. And because he talked about that being, it's such an advantage.
It's got to be
Texas A&M.
There's the line of this is so paper thin in this game, which we'll get a little bit into the stats as we talk more.
Yeah.
But yes, that has to be a factor that's on our side.
Yeah, I mean,
because you look, I mean, we're favored by only 3. They're telling you, like this is an evenly matched game. So then they have one of the top defenses in the country. They're like top 15 in every category. But our offense is up there pretty high too. So it's pretty square match there because their offense is not that good. Their offensive line's terrible.
Yeah.
And our defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
But when the one stat I saw that was a blaring sore thumb on the sheet last night was the turnovers.
Yeah.
They average almost 2. We get it almost 2. We give it away under 1. So if it just stays in line, and we win that turnover battle, then you factor in the crowd, that should get us over the top.
Yep.
Because it's just like Zeb said last night, because Doc, I was like, Doc, talk to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm wrecked. He said, he said it even better than just this week. He said, give us 6 straight quarters of clean football. It's on.
Yeah.
We're winning A&M, and we're going to be in the game at Georgia. And just like I talked about a couple episodes ago, they do not want that game close in the second half. They don't want it.
No.
They can't. They got to be like, how the hell do we land them this year? Even though they can maybe get away with one loss, but then with us beating them, we have the chance for that loss to actually count against them.
Yeah.
Which it wouldn't if it was any other team. You think about it.
That thing you sent me last night on talking about strength of schedule. I mean, our schedule, what are we?
Yeah.
Fifth in the nation?
Yeah, here. Let's pull it up. That's a great point. That was ESPN Analytics.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you it right here. It was top 10 teams based on schedule. Yeah, there it is right there. So there's the top 10 based off strength of schedule according to the resume of Analytics ESPN. Ohio State won, which they've had 2 top 10 wins.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Florida State 2. They beat LSU, and they've rolled. They beat Clemson at Clemson. Just they can only play their schedule. They got a weaker schedule. They got to go undefeated to get in the playoff. I like them being at 2. I think they should be at 2 on the playoff rankings, which I have that. Washington 3. They've won every game. Beat Oregon.
Yeah.
Clearly, Pac-12 the strongest conference. You look 15 through 20, or they got them ranked like 12 through 16s, like all Pac-12.
Yeah.
Which that's what they usually do with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how they do that? They backload the first ranking with whatever conference they think's the best.
What would the line be on LSU Washington?
LSU be favored.
Big time.
I mean, that's my whole problem with this whole damn system.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
What one-loss team right now would be favored over LSU? I don't know if anybody would be.
I don't either.
I mean, I don't know if Washington would be on a neutral field if they played today.
No.
If
they were,
I mean,
I would get the stack.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go ahead and tell you right now, my prediction, I'm on LSU this weekend. I don't think they're going to do just like last year.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it. I like it.
They haven't been an underdog yet, and they've lost twice. They've been favored in every game. They lost to Florida State, and they lost to us. They were favored. So this is their first game as a dog. That goes to show you what Vegas thinks of them. So, but the committee, that's all.
What do you think? I mean, so what do you think Kiffin's game plan has to be against Texas A&M? We're going to, let's talk a little bit about that, and because I'm being worried, whatever, but I think pretty much everybody's healthy. I'm not 100%. I know Watkins' hands, it's probably better.
Mm-hmm.
You play with a cast or whatever. But just, if you were Kiffin, what do you think his game plan should be against Texas A&M?
I mean, I could see it going either way for the simple fact that their defense is so strong. Okay, the one thing we struggle with offensively is we give up a lot of sacks.
Yep.
They give up a ton too, and they can't run the ball, which shows their offensive line's terrible, which may make us free up.
Yeah.
Because if we try to grind against the best defense, because what they're best at too is in the red zone.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be on them long drives on them, man. That just gives them more of a chance to be better than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, and also I don't think we have to be scared of them, killing us offensively. I think they're going to try to slow it down offensively for sure.
I think
There's
we
no
will
way
too.
they're going to not try to grind the game.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. You know what I mean? Petrino's always still been a running guy.
What is the over and under?
It's 53, I think.
53?
Mm-hmm. Which was pretty high, I thought.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was going to be an under set.
Nah,
Actually, it went to 54 last night.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be an under game. Or all the stats say it's under, but then that total's a little high for what I thought the final score would be.
Yeah.
I was thinking 24, 23, 24, 21, and then I was like, damn, man, I think
this is going to be a good old-fashioned SEC game, like your old, it's going to be a lot of, rushing. I don't think he goes, up tempo. He plots it down the field, tries to keep their defense on the field, tries to wear them out, kind of like
when you got a good defense, you can take more shots on offense. You don't have to grind as hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like both teams will try to hit big plays to give their defense a touchdown, try to steal something.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a chess match big time here.
Yeah.
Because you got Durkin over there now,
yeah,
who came from us. So don't think he doesn't know something about Ole Miss and Kiffin's system. Just like Kiffin knows Durkin's tendencies.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a real chess match. Like I could easily see this game, like whoever gets the lead not winning. I definitely see some back and forth here. I don't see it going one way or anything like that. I think it's back and forth.
Turnovers, if we keep, that's always a key. If the game's gonna get one side.
We can't turn it over, man, because if we let that stat flip on us, then all of a sudden, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be a good old. I just think it's gonna be an awesome football game, awesome weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful. Got cold here, and then it's supposed to be like, 60 degrees, 75 highs Friday for our sale. It's just lining up to be awesome.
It is. It is.
And no matter what happens, we still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But it's just we're gonna get the W.
Yeah.
Kiffin's he's locked in, man.
Yeah, just look at who they've lost to. They lost to Saban.
Yep.
Okay, equal talent. Like A&M should have won that game. Like you watched it. They had the better players. They just got out coached.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, it was unbelievable. It
Jimbo
fell apart.
Jimbo factor came in.
Correct. Miami, even though Cristobal is doing shit this year, they have equal talent to A&M. They got players.
Oh yeah.
And then they beat them.
Yep.
Early. And then look, Tennessee, coach, out coached, dead even grind game. A&M probably had better players.
Oh yeah.
And Heupel, like I'm out on betting against him. Like last week, I watched it, and I lied to myself the week before on Alabama because I won against him because it was lucky. They sack fumbled him to backdoor it, really.
Yeah.
Tennessee's covering the whole game. Dude, Heupel is
I was going to look at the score, but go ahead.
Freaking that good. I'm done betting against him. Just like I won't bet against Kiffin.
What week was that? That was 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we were at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alabama covered, and Tennessee was dominating the whole game, but it was all coaching. It wasn't players.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was like he was just weaving his way around.
And Tennessee and Texas A&M
And so
played, right?
now it's Kiffin against Jimbo, and it's equal talent. Our quarterback's 100 times better, and our coach is better. It's
Texas
just like
A&M lost to Tennessee.
I told Mikey, I said we're gonna win and not cover 3. Like I feel it. Like I feel like, dude, I was trying to think of 1-point scores.
Yeah.
And I was like 24-23.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be sick dog like that. I feel like
Oxford's gonna go nuts.
We always have those close home games.
The Grove after this game, after we get this W, is going to be. We're gonna have.
Oxford.
We got Travis coming. We're gonna get some unbelievable content. We're gonna be in the Grove handing out hoodies. I think we might even go around and ask Ole Miss questions. If you get it right, we'll give you a free hoodie. We're trying to figure out kind of what we're going to be doing.
I can tell you one thing. I'm too old for it now, but if I was in my college days, our group, our friends, we win this game, we ain't going to bed till we play Georgia. We'd probably be in Athens on damn Tuesday.
Yeah.
like boom, hit you 88 bars, or that's what it was when I was in college. There's no
Yeah.
telling what it is now. And I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a recruiting factor.
Oh,
You know,
gosh.
Kisner, all y'all stole the Georgia spots. Nobody could go to Georgia. Y'all took up all the damn scholarships. Kids is coming on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna get kids on here. But well, that's a good little session talking about college football and kind of what we think. And I said we were gonna get to telling 2 golf stories, and the first one's I think we're gonna lead in. I'm gonna go with the first one, and then we're gonna get into how this started, and then we'll end with the bang golf story.
You might as well tell the one that you told at my damn wedding.
That's what I'm gonna
tell. I mean, what were you doing, dude? I was like, oh my God.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm like, what a great way to meet. I meet half my in-laws for the first damn time. The first time I met them, my wife was in the hospital after falling, and then you pull that shit at the wedding. I was like, oh my God.
I mean, it's such a good story. We're gonna end the show with that one, but the first one, we are anywhere from 18 to 20 years old. It's me and Wee and Mikey and Bryce and Sweebs, aka Lantana, whatever you want to call him. And I've been trying to think of who the 6th was.
Was it Becker?
It was Becker.
Oh my God.
It was Becker. So, and there's a picture I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but anyway, we're playing in the Clarksdale Country Club 6-man. And like I said, we're all just kids. And 6-man scramble. And these things have huge Calcuttas. And there's a bunch of them now.
Yeah.
Bobby Smith's, our pro,
What's
taught me
was
one of the first ones.
The Delta started the 6-man.
He went somewhere and saw it. He brings it back. And he's like, man, this is a money-making deal.
Hell yeah.
And he says, 6, you get your 6 players. And see, it started, you bring 1 pro. And back then, it was basically designed to bring your club pro.
The club pro, that's right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how it started. And then it just, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, man. We used to play them all the time.
Because remember, when Cleveland had their first one, Bobby takes us. That's going to be another story.
We'll bring that one.
That's going to be another story.
We broke homeboy under that pavilion.
My dad built Mom a new kitchen with that one.
Oh yeah, he pulled out that pavilion. I don't think he had he probably went and sold his truck to get home.
But anyway, so we're in Clarksdale. We're just kids. We don't play too well the first day. I think in these 6-mans, at Clarksdale's the hardest one.
Yeah.
Score wise, par 71, and so 18, 19, 20 under. 20 is really, really good. Saturday you can do it. Sometimes they set up a little easier, but Sunday 18.
Yeah,
but the last few years.
How long did it take for somebody cracked 18?
Yeah, we started cracking in the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous lately.
Yeah, but anyway, we shoot I think 17 under, maybe 16 under the first day, and there's being kids, and we go to Calcutta that night. And we're all sitting around talking, and we're having a good time. Y'all realize it's Calcutta after the first round, so everybody's feeling good and
pooling our money together. How much you got?
How much
400, 500.
Yeah, we ain't got
your
nothing
checking
at the
account.
It's just when we were gambling back then, we always had our guy that was backing us, and but he wasn't here at this. We were just having fun, and we're like, man, we got to buy ourselves. and they start bidding, man, it gets up to $10,500, and we're like, and he's like, we got to get it. I was like, somebody buy it. I don't know how we're gonna pay for it, and we buy it. And when somebody on the team goes, well, I got my mom's check. I'm not gonna say who it is, and I was like, just write it, man.
Yeah.
Write it. I said, we're winning.
Let it ride, baby.
We're winning. And so he writes the check. He's nervous, man. He's nervous. And we get out there. We start on number 5. And it's a short par 4. We birdie it. And then we got 6, which is a pretty tough par 3. We make par. And, we're all nervous. And we go to 7, par 5, which you need to make eagles. We make birdie. Mm-hmm. And then we go to 8, which is a short par 4. We need to eagle. And that you can drive the green, and we birdied. Then we parred 9. So we got 2 pars.
We're dead in the water.
And we've already played one of the 3 par 5s. We're dead in the water. We're starting to get scared.
Yeah, it's not
We're
a
starting to
very
get
good feeling.
scared. And I can't remember if we parred. I'm pretty sure we didn't par 10. But I just know when we got on 11 in the middle of the fairway, and it's a pretty tough par 4, and they put the pin. It's a 2-tiered green, and they put the pin on that top back. It's a tough pin.
Brutal.
And we got like
a hard birdie.
Yeah,
like and even a 6-man.
80 yards or something like that. Maybe further. I don't know if the course was soft or not. But anyway, we're down, and Bryce gets up to hit. Boom.
Cans
it. Out of the fairway.
Deuce.
Everybody takes off running, people tackling each other.
Oh, God, me and Mikey came up from one left to right, and we chest bump in the middle of the fairway, and we both went straight back on the back of our head. I mean, I couldn't see straight for 30 minutes. I was so dizzy.
Yeah. I mean, so that, like...
It was like we just scored this winning goal in the state championship soccer game.
Yeah.
We all running down the damn fairway doing the airplane and shit.
and thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that we parred 10.
We were dead.
So we had 3 pars.
We were 3 behind.
So that put us. We're two behind right there.
With 2 par 5s left.
With 2 par 5s left, and the hardest hole on the course, number 3, long par 3. Anyway, that gets us going. We start burning. We eagle 15. We eagle 18. We're like, all right, we're back. We're back even. We know 18.
If we birdie out, we win.
We win. We're keeping up. And then we get on number 3, the long par 3. We got 2 holes left, and we got about 25 feet. And I was putting last at the time, and they all miss. And it's right on the front. Pins. We're on the front of the green here. The pins front left on that little knoll, and I canned it.
You canned
it, and that's the picture. Yeah. And I called Sweeve's mom. She's the one that took it. She's looking for it because it's the sickest picture. I mean, Mikey's like 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, God, dude, he can fly.
And drinks and everything. We were going crazy. And because we knew, all right,
it was over.
It's over.
All we got to do is birdie 4, and we got the money,
We got
baby.
the money. We get
tear the check up.
Tear the check up. We birdied 4. First guy made it. I mean, we run back up there. I mean, we're excited. We know we got it. At worst, I think somebody could have tied us or something for the Calcutta. Calcutta's only on Sunday. And we get back up there. We win it. First thing we do is say, can we have that check back? Y'all just take that out of the winnings that that y'all pay us. Yeah, we can do that. But that was a time.
That was so fun.
Yeah, I mean that's pressure.
Jesus, dude, it was like somebody died going down number 10. I remember sitting on 10T after we parred 9. I'm like, oh my God, it's already over.
Yeah.
Like we might as not even keep playing. And then it's so much, and I want to say he said he was gonna make it. Did he call it?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask him because I want to. I swear he did.
He
loves doing that kind of shit.
I've seen him hold out so many times.
I mean, he's one
of the best iron players. There he is.
Yeah.
I mean, ball striker, unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's had a little trouble with the chipping. But I can't say nothing because me and him fight the same battle, not with chipping. Mine's full swing,
Oh, my God, your hitch.
We'll talk about that when we get to talking about golf, but because so I know where he's at on that. But, I mean, best ball striker can make such clutch putts. And, I mean, we had so much fun back then.
Dude, it was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
I'd give anything to go back.
Yeah. But
the Delta 6-mans are where a lot of our big gambling started.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember in Cleveland, that was always mine and your thing.
Yeah.
We'd go to Cleveland and we'd always take kids that couldn't back themselves.
Yep.
And so you go up to a man, you're like, hey, you want to play 100 a man? They're like, oh, yeah. They don't even think twice about it. You got 600.
Yep.
And we did that. We're sitting there, we're just going around the putting green. Hey, you just want 50? Oh, if 100's too much, okay, y'all just want to do it 50? 300.
300.
We're sitting over there, we're peeling off little, 100 here to our little buddies we bring.
Yeah.
We'd stack our team.
That-
But every year we'd have the stack team. We wouldn't do the great. It was always the years you got the team you don't think's going to do it, and you got that juju. You got little Ip in there that year. We have Brian Phillips that year. We have Brian B. We have Bobby.
That was the first year.
We have Bobby
That was
Smith.
Bobby Smits. It was me, you, Bobby Smits, Little Ip, Brian, Robert Corley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how did we win with that team? Think
dude,
about that.
I made that putt on 17
Oh,
with that
yeah.
bucket in the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I'm not going to say his name was on number 2. And we just,
yeah, we were like, ooh.
It's because my dad came. Him and
Hell
Bobby
yeah.
backed us. My dad is the most, conservative person in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, we're going to win.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, so him and Bobby bought us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to win this for my dad.
Ain't no doubt.
And we won it. And Mama needed some new tile, countertops and stuff. So we took care of that.
You're welcome, Mr. Brian. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All we do is make you money, baby.
Yeah. But anyway, that's, just fun times. But we're going to get into now how this all started. Because we want, right now, it's just getting to know us, what we're doing, and I just keep saying it. We want y'all to know who we are, and I thought about this forever, right? And what should I do? What should I do? Should I talk about this? Should I not? It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna laugh, and because we can.
Oh my God, dude! The last time you told the story when we were hanging out at my house 3 or 4 months, I told my wife, I said, dude, I couldn't. I was hurting. I was laughing so hard, like I couldn't get it together. I was like, dude, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, and we can't.
It's hilarious how you remember it.
Yeah, we can laugh about it now, but like really, when I get into the story, it's like I want people. Maybe I'll help somebody.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, and we're talking. We're just gonna get right into it. So how this started with me and Will, this whole venture. Adam Morgan from Tupelo texts me. He owns Blue Canoe, by the way. I'm gonna give him a little shout out.
Yeah.
A bar.
Oh, I heard that tribute show. Mikey Hauser tribute show. There was so good.
Musicians there in Tupelo, Blue Canoe. If y'all ever in Tupelo or anywhere close, y'all go by. You got great food, unbelievable venue, like atmosphere.
It's cool, man.
It's cool, and he's cool.
A lot like Larry's.
Yeah,
in Oxford.
And so he texted me a picture of Kiffin in the LFG shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
after he won his first game,
he
came out and it was like the SEC color.
And you had just started the kind of screen print stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, you need to make some of these shirts.
Yeah.
So I texted to Will, and this is COVID year now. It's COVID year, so lots going on, and so I texted to Will, and I was like, dude, we gotta make some of these shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
I'm getting really excited.
You're starting to see it now.
I'm starting to see this. I post a little bit.
I told you on the car ride, I said, this is what you need to be doing.
I go down to see Will, and somebody else came up with it. Like, I'm not going to not admit that. It's just like people
just like
with the SIP, whatever. We were just trying to get something going. And so we go and we start making a few things, and like, it's like, okay, what do we got to do? Or we got to do this. We got to get a website. My brain's going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
1,000,000 miles an hour. And everybody knows me. That you know me, how excited I get.
When you get passionate about something,
when I get passionate about something, I'm all in. So it wasn't nothing, out of ordinary for Will. And, but my brain, it won't shut off. Nope. It won't shut off. Like, literally, I can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking what I should do next. What we got to order. I'm thinking everything
on your phone. Everything's got to be blowing up.
Yeah, I'm thinking we make a bunch. I'm going around Oxford. I'm handing them out. Like, people are like, where'd I get them? We don't even have a website. I'm just posting them on Instagram.
Yeah.
We don't even have a website. Like they're coming. But it's just unbelievable the attention it was getting.
Oh yeah.
And because we were doing different colors, and Will goes and like he orders like 500 hoodies and before we know what we were doing, and so I get it to a couple of the players. Matt Corral, after the Alabama game, he's wearing it on the press conference. I'm like,
holy shit!
I'm like,
what just happened?
Yeah. Anyway, so it gets to the point that I can't shut it off, and literally haven't slept or ate in like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are starting to kind of see a difference in me, but I'm just like, I found what I want to do.
Yeah. You just
like what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
like,
leave me alone,
man.
I'm freaking balling.
Yeah, and I'm like, anyway, I go home. I mean, I go to Clarksdale, and my parents are everybody's just kind of being a little different, like thinking something might be wrong.
Everybody swore you were on drugs.
Yeah.
Calling me, I'm like, nah.
I'll tell you what happened. So when I go to Clarksdale, they're like, Rodney, what's wrong? Like, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I'm excited. Like,
I'm doing good.
I'm ready to get this going. This is what I want to do. And, leave me alone. Like, and I was like, my sister came and got me.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's like, are you on something? I'm like, what are you talking about? She takes me I said, I'll go with you. We go up to the doctor, and I'll never forget it. I walk in, and it's COVID, and there's like 30 people in the waiting room. And I walk in there, and I said, I ain't waiting. She's like, shut up. I said, go get the doctor. I'll pee in the cup. I'm not waiting. And I walk up. I keep walking. That's how kind of, excited, like amped I was.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just, hey, I got to pee in a cup. Come on. I'm looking at the doctor, and anyway, I pee in the cup. All good. Whatever. Clear.
They're like, what the hell?
I go
How
back
did you
home.
pass?
Dad next morning comes with me to Oxford. I was like, you can come on.
Oh, I remember.
And
you're like, I'm gonna go pay some bills.
Yeah, I went. I was like, look,
give me a haircut. You went and did cryotherapy. You were feeling great.
I'm like, I went and paid like 3 months of bills to get. Like, I'm finna get way ahead.
Yeah.
And all that. And I get back to the house, and my buddy Little Muscle called Billy McKee, and he calls somebody, to check because
everybody's calling all your
close
friends.
We talked for like 30 minutes, and he calls my dad back like, man,
he's fine.
He seems perfectly fine to me. I don't know what y'all are talking about. That's Rodney.
Yeah.
He's excited. He's
exactly what I'm telling him.
Yeah.
I felt horrible.
Yeah, I know.
Mikey's calling me. He's like, I swear. I'm like, dude, he's fine.
Yeah. Mikey
came
and saw me too.
I know. Trust me. I told him to get his ass in the car and go get you.
Yeah. And I'm like, anyway, I lay down on the bed. I was like, I got to try to sleep. And so I lay down on the bed at my house. And the next thing I remember is I was on a golf cart. I'd gotten my neighbor's golf cart, and I'm riding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding, and it's a feeling I can't describe. Like, it's just this euphoric, unbelievable feeling and the amount of energy that I had. And y'all, once you get to where I'm going, y'all understand. And that time from when I got on that golf cart, and I don't have to explain everything, but I remember like what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I start running.
Yeah.
And I could have ran 100 miles. It wouldn't matter. I thought I could do anything.
Yeah.
I remember thinking I can play at the Masters. And I just remember this. I know y'all are like, this guy's crazy, but I want y'all to understand what happened.
What happened, yeah.
And I had to find a foursome, and I knew I was going to play with you, and I knew, I was like, I got to find who else is going to play with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I'm running. I remember where I was running, come around, and then I see a guy following me.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Billy Joe. And anyway, he's got an Ole Miss shirt on and sweats. And I just thought it was Billy
He's
Joe.
worried to death about you. He's
Yeah,
following your
he
reins.
had
Like, something's
seen-
not right
Yeah,
over
he had
here.
seen
Yeah.
me. And I was like, anyway, I run, get back to the house. And, you know, by this time, you know, my parents, everybody, you know, at the house, it's, you know, I know that it's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing I remember is the ambulance and some sheriffs sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
And I remember going, "What are y'all doing?"
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like this, and next thing I know is, you know, I'm in the hospital, and don't have to get into all that, but the few days of figuring out maybe what had happened,
Mm-hmm.
I get diagnosed as being bipolar, and I had a manic episode.
Yep.
And all that is the reason I want to talk about it, because like I said, with mental health and maybe helping somebody, because there's just so much in the world and people that don't understand or maybe ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that are bipolar, and
Yeah.
bipolar doesn't mean like you hear, oh, the guy just, or somebody just started getting pissed at me, and then the next thing you know, oh, he was happy.
Yeah.
No, it's a mood of depression and high. And some people, most people have, is where they're too low.
Yeah.
Mine, as everybody knew me, now looking back, it was I was always worked up.
You've been this way your whole life.
Yeah, and I could get myself worked up too high, and it usually happens like I start going. You know, I have a great doctor, and I start going seeing him, and at first I'm like, man, I'm not bipolar. What's he talking about? Like, it's just COVID. I had a lot of stuff going on. COVID hits. There's no sports. I can't make any money. Can't play poker.
Everybody's losing their mind.
You know, I just figured I had a lot, and then all that with the LFG and getting it going, it just happens. So, but then I started studying, going to him, and realizing what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no difference than somebody having high blood pressure or whatever. You just take care of it.
Correct.
And I mean, I like I told my doc, you know, you get, you know, being honest with him, and if anybody that ever, you know, thinks there's something wrong, you know, you always should see a doctor. But I remember the last time I went and saw him, you know, it was, well, about 5 months ago, and I was like, Doc, man, just a lot of things weren't going right, and you know, just a lot of stuff going on, and I was just that time I'd gotten really low,
Mm-hmm.
depressed, kind of a little bit.
You used to always go.
This
high
before
low,
you know, football's coming up. You know, about a month before football, I don't even know if I was going to do this, and I told him, I was like, Doc, and he said, well, he said, you know, that's why you be honest with me, this and that. And he said, because the medicine you're on, it keeps you from getting. He said, but after some, you know, while you got to, you know, adjust. I said, oh, you got me governed.
Yeah.
I said, well, let the governor off a little bit.
Yeah, I need to be happy sometimes, man. Yeah.
Anyway, that was, so, you know, it's like I said, I've thought about it if I want to, but this show's not going anywhere. I want people to know who I am.
Correct.
And I want people to know who you are. Will's got a lot of stories about his golfing career and his life. I mean, this guy, like I told you, he was one of the best, number one junior golfer in the world. So, I mean, he's going to, you know, get to his stories, but I wanted Sip Nation to know who I was.
Yeah.
And
well,
how,
the sip sent you over the edge, baby.
Yeah, Sip sent me over the edge.
This is what you're passionate about.
But anyway,
now you got the governor on a little bit, and you can turn it up, you can turn it back, but
after
they ain't
that,
never gonna meet nobody more passionate than you.
Not at all.
Just like we've always said, I always told everybody, that's the smartest son of a bitch I know, and now we know why. That's why you've always been so good at poker.
I appreciate
You're
it.
so good at numbers. Well, you're weird good at little things like that. Now we know it's why.
Yeah.
Your brain is beating to a different drum, but you're genius,
does.
man.
Well, I don't know about that, but so once all that happens, back out, and I'm getting it going, and Will's like, "Look, dude, this just because that happened, it's still going."
Yeah, no shit. I'm still collecting money for hoodies. I'm still making shit. Get
He
your shit
he got a
together and let's
website.
go.
He got a website built, and that's when the Come to the Sip came out.
I mean, he
And-
wore your hoodie at the Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
yours. We gave it to him. It was
But-
right there
but-
on his sleeve, man.
You know, we started. Somebody else did the little Come to the Sip logo. It wasn't whatever, but my neighbor worked for Ole Miss. Who I mean, one of the baddest men. I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He'd do
Yeah.
anything for me, but he is.
The
You want
king.
something done? He's a king.
The king.
He is the king, and you don't mess with him either.
Yes.
I promise you.
Speed dial.
Yes.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Don't take him off your
Don't-
favorites.
Yeah, top. He's a top. I
He's
love the
number
guy.
1.
But anyway, I get him the hoodies that Come to the Sip, that blue one, the first one, Kiffin. Well, I get him several, and he calls me up. He said, "Well, I gave them to him." He said he's wearing it tonight at Boo-Ray, the red one, and boom, Kiffin
Yeah.
wears it. He likes the style, the
The
feel
Bella
of it.
canvas is
Yeah,
just so
and,
soft, man. It spoils you rotten.
And then he wears it getting off the bus, and it just goes viral.
Yeah.
And just boom. And that's kind of, to me, that's where, I'd have to look back to see when they were saying Come to the Sip,
Yeah.
but that's what got this going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And Kiffin's the main one, because I
It
want
was
to
our
know the story.
It was
of
our
it,
recruiting slogan that we
Yes.
brought with him,
Yeah.
And then now it's transformed into the SIP because they're
Yeah.
here now. We ain't no coming. They're here. Like
Yeah.
stay in the SIP.
Yeah. And I made the Circle Sip, and I got the email and everything. The Circle Sip that year. We made them
Yeah.
at your place.
It just means more.
it just
hacked
means
off
more,
The SEC.
And I took out and I put Sip, and I made him, but he never wore that. And then we did a couple, and he never wore it. And then last year, the first game, I look up, and he's wearing just the Circle Sip, and it was just like boom,
Yeah.
takes up, and it's just clean, and everybody starts. Of course, we're selling it. I'm making them, and then of course everybody starts.
Yeah.
Kind of making it whatever, and I changed the design and put the state. My graphic designer, I told you, who is just unbelievable. Put
Right
the
here,
state where the eyes, so we'd know. It just gives a little character, and that's the state of Mississippi. So I changed it, so I know it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year, obviously, we've added the helmet stripe, and then we just added some stars, which I'm in love.
And
with.
we added the outline to the SIP.
Yep.
So
added-
now you can see the detail more of the
Detail.
state and the eye.
And we got, this is just some we made real quick with some, with the guy here that does some transfers. They're not, but we just wanted to get it out there. The ones that we'll have at the tent will be screen print with the right perfect colors and everything. And they're going to be on red. So if you want one of those, you better.
Stars and
Stars,
stripes
stri-
for Bozzy and Wee, baby.
Yeah.
The real
But,
rebels.
So now you know how all this started and what it caused, but it was a good thing. Glad. Hey, sometimes something like that happens in life, so you'll learn. I'm not ashamed at all. I promise you.
No.
I've told you I feel as good as I've ever felt. Besides, I told you I need to definitely got to get some of these pounds off. I understand that, but this is it.
You're
It's
never
like-
going to see us apologize for who we are.
No.
That's Delta.
It might take you 40
I talked about
years.
it on the Made in Mississippi podcast.
Yeah.
It's a different breed of person
Yeah.
where we're from.
Yeah.
It's just, we're different, man.
Everything happens for a reason. man.
Anybody that ever goes around people from the Delta always says it.
Yeah.
Oh, you Delta. It's like we're all from the same damn town. The Delta's big, man.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, we're in the same, to everybody in the world, we're from the same town.
Yeah, but Greenville's a little different now.
Yeah.
They go another level.
Yeah.
Like all the Delta.
We're a little sicker than
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Y'all don't want to be
It's-
trying to hang with
yeah,
us, man.
It's a different level. And I love them. But there's a couple I want to get on here, but they've already said, we can't. I'll tell you some stories, but you got to use nicknames. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. And, God put us put us here for a reason.
2.0.
And,
You said it's going to be
Bozzy
way better. The
2.0,
version's
Wee
way
2.0.
better.
And we just, we're so excited, man.
Yeah, like I told my mom, a professional golf career, nothing. This is everlasting.
That's right.
You
And
touch
we're
people
not
and you help people.
We're not stopping, man. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that little story and just realize it does mean a lot to me. And if you are, anybody is out there, struggling, look, reach out, get help. Or if you see any, different acting or anything like that, it's fine, man. It's fine. But so
nothing wrong with being different, man.
No.
Like I tell my kids all the time, I don't want you to be like everybody else. I ain't never wanted to be like anybody else.
No. Well,
so like you said, we'll get more into me later on that.
We said we would end it with another golf story, but before that,
let's talk about the college football playoff rankings.
You want to? I think let's save that for the next episode.
All right.
Let's save that, and let's just give them this other. First of all, everybody come out to this game. Everybody that can come. We're gonna be there. All our buddies are gonna be there.
All my kids are coming.
Yeah, we're
it's
to get
time
loud.
It's
time.
on.
Y'all see us in the Grove. Say, hey, we're gonna have some stuff handing out, and we got the tent sale at Belt Ford, and we're gonna be set up somewhere in the parking lot. Y'all come see us Friday. Get you some SIP gear. We're gonna be in and out there. We're gonna try to make it to SEC Nation so we can maybe pop on, and let's have a big week. Big week. Oh, dang! Before I forget, Bozzy's prediction and Wee's prediction.
Correct.
We ain't got to be long.
Yeah.
All right, I've hit my last 3, and I've got another one, and it's very similar to what I've been doing. And last week I had the 2-game parlay with Oregon and Auburn. This week I'm going with Oklahoma money line. I'm grabbing the wire.
I like
Oklahoma, they lost last week. They got a great coach, a great quarterback. Their offense is unbelievable. They're going to Oklahoma State. They're not going to get beat by Oklahoma State. They're a 5.5, 6-point favorite. Just kind of fits right into that. And they're going on the road, so they're more like a 10-point favorite or so. They can't lose. They know they can't lose. They beat Texas. They're a good football team. They just had one of those hiccups last week, and they probably got really good and punished for it in practice, and they're back in gear.
Yeah.
And they're fixing to go to Oklahoma State, and they're going to put it on them. So I'll put out what it is. It should probably be 2-1 to minus 220. I'll put it out. If it changes and jumps, I might change, but that's where I'm at right now.
It's moving up, if anything, so you might want to go and get it.
Yeah.
Because it's at 6.5. It ain't going down.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma's going to win that game.
No doubt.
That's going to be the last bedlam. They're moving conferences.
Yes.
So it could be a good game. Oklahoma State's.
It'll be a decent game.
Oklahoma State's not proving anything.
Oklahoma's the better team. Oklahoma State ain't played anybody besides Kansas State. That's it. So.
Yeah, anyway. I don't think Oklahoma's great. I don't even think they're one of the top 8, like they're ranked.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma State, I don't think is very good. I love that play. No. I think that was a good one. I guessed it when you said I'm looking. I said let me guess. Remember that? I said let me guess it.
Yeah.
I said I get 2 guesses. I got on the first one. I could just see it.
See my little pattern, and
well, then I looked at the stats. You're in a good spot there.
Yeah.
You're in a good spot. I checked them. Checked the numbers. It's a mismatch.
I think you're changing your what you're doing this week.
Yeah.
I think you might be going how Bozzy goes a little bit.
Yeah. I may lighten the card a little bit this week.
Well, what give us your best Wee's prediction. Or are you gonna hold off till Friday?
I'll give you. I can give a preview of a couple. I'm still looking at a few games. I may end up going with 4 when it's all said and done.
Gotcha.
But I like Kansas State again against Texas. Their quarterback's out. I mean, why are they favored? Kansas State's preseason number 15. I think Texas has gotten worse. I don't think they've gotten better. I don't want to go into too much detail about the game. I just think that Kansas State catching points a good pick right there.
Yeah.
I love that play. And then I've been saying it every year. I have an SEC game that I pick a month before the game. in this year, as I kept telling myself, I said, as soon as LSU lost to us, I was like, they're going to beat Alabama later this year, no doubt. That's where Alabama's going to lose their second game. I thought all year they're going to end up losing 2 after they lost Texas. You know, if they got through that game, they'd have probably only end up losing 1. But I think LSU's going to beat them, man. I don't think it's going. I think they're going to handle them. They just got so much firepower offensively for Bama if they just don't play really good and the numbers low. I mean, they're basically telling you they're even. Like I said, LSU hadn't been underdog yet. So that goes to show you, you know, what Vegas thinks of their roster. I mean, they're proven to be one of the best offenses like ever. So Bama, they can offset Bama's defense with that offense. I just think LSU is going to beat Bama. Just like I put in my predictions, I think Ole Miss has got a chance to get to the 4th spot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bama loses here, then we beat Georgia, SEC championship game, they're automatic 2 losses. They're out.
Yeah.
We go. We don't even have to play in the game.
I've been saying it. We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Promise you. It's still going to be hard, but we can get into the top 4. I promise you.
I know we
and
can.
Have a look. Once you get there, you got to look. You got to look.
We have a clear path.
And I don't see anybody that's just that dominant this year.
No, I don't either.
Like I said, I think everything's getting spread out a little bit with the transfer portal, with NIL.
Yeah, because we still don't really know about Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Ohio State at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how the world. I know they beat Notre Dame and Penn State, but I feel like Michigan's just going to roll them. I don't even think it's going to be close. I'll go ahead and call that game. Every year I pick who I want in that game a month before the game.
Yeah. I think they're better than they have been in the past this year. I think they might be the real deal.
I love all that signal stealing, all this coming. They finally broke through last year. I think they bat them again this year, just like I put in my prediction. I think Michigan's for sure going to be in the playoff. They're going to win the Big Ten.
No doubt. No doubt. Where are we at, Travis? How much time have we been going?
An hour. We're at an hour and 8.
Hour and 8?
Yep.
Trying to decide if we want to hold that. I mean, we told them we'd give it to them. So you want me to give them the golf gambling story, or you want to hold it off, let them hold it off for the next episode? What you think? We can give it to them, or we can pass. We can pass and make them wait, because it's a good one. But it's been a good episode. It's been a really good episode. But, hour and 8 minutes, that's a long time. You know what? We're going to hold them off.
Let's hold them off.
Hold them off. We make them come back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make them come back for that one. And they're going to want to hear it.
Yeah.
But man, as always, that was fun. And y'all, like I told you, this was brought to you by Belt Forward, and
we're going to be there this weekend. Come out.
We appreciate
cooking burgers.
Them. And we might cook some burgers. I talked to Steve. I don't know for sure. We might. He loves to cook. So anyway, let's have a big weekend. Y'all, we appreciate y'all, the Sip Nation. And as always, the boys in the Sip.
Always roll.
Always roll. Man. All right. Peace.